Come on, man. It's not. You act like. No. Here's what we're not gonna do, because you're not about to play the victim Olympics.
No.
Chris has been invalidating. Chris has been invalidating me all day. I'm gonna go in defensive mode when that wasn't my intention, and then you're not even gonna let me explain what I was gonna say.
Yeah, because
you're gonna go off on a whole tirade and get all upset about something I wasn't even saying or doing.
Just a man on a mission, ambition to never fail. Personality electric, he is animated male, intelligent and wise, calm and often cool. Chris James giving opinions while also speaking the truth. Empathy and compassion. Stephen Michael is here, helping you through your traumas, helping you with your fears. These three forces combine and keep it honest. Turn up the volume, cause this is the application of knowledge.
Welcome to the Application of Knowledge podcast. I am Animated Mel. We have Chris James. We have Stephen Michael. And we are on 127. We about to take y'all to church without a reverend. You did.
Oh, I didn't expect that one.
Of course you did it. Yeah, me.
Good.
And we are back like cooked crack, baby.
Wow. First we're at church without a reverend. Now we
in the kitchen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean.
in the kitchen, wrist whip like stir fry. And yeah, man. Hey, we ain't talking politics today. It's not happening.
Man, whatever.
I'm done. We gonna talk about Steven.
You would want to take the most popular topic right now and set it to the side. Let's talk about Steven. Why are we talking about me?
Because you went on trip, man. How your trip go? We didn't get to talk to you last week because Katz was on a dangerous flight or something. Final destination. You know what I mean?
Thanks, man. Normally you don't.
What, care about my peoples?
No,
Inquire?
No. I apologize.
Yeah.
This is actually directed at Chris. Because
I care
Chris don't care how people's weeks went.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I don't care how
they don't care about the weeks.
I don't care.
That's a trigger.
That is a trigger.
Don't care.
No, they do.
They that you're talking about
are the people who watch our visuals.
Right, the 23 people that watch.
Wow.
Though the 2,600 people that watch.
So if we were to talk about more broad topics, maybe,
hey, how was your week?
We could have 10,000 people watching.
Tell me about your trip with the family and
go
all
ahead,
that.
tell us about the trip.
Thank you. The trip went very well. In totality, there was a major hiccup, and because Hurricane Debbie was coming up from Florida.
Little Debbie?
Big Debbie.
Big Debbie.
Yeah, I mean technically it was a tropical storm. It started as a hurricane, then it decreased to a tropical storm when it hit Florida and started coming up the East Coast. But I got a message like Tuesday night from Southwest, and they were just like, hey man, we putting all these flights on standby, and your airport's affected.
Damn.
So what you want to do?
Trying to do, man.
That's basically what they said. So what you want to do? And they basically said you have the option of rescheduling it now. There's no cost, no change fee. We'll move you to a different airport. Whatever you want to do, there's no cost, which I thought was amazing customer service.
Which airline was it?
Southwest.
Southwest, okay.
Right, which was a benefit because I normally fly Spirit.
Ooh.
So Spirit would have... Nah, they're not doing all that.
That Spirit would have turned into a ghost.
Either Spirit they would have turned into a ghost like, hey, you can try, we'll let you know last minute, or they would have just took that flight and risked it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Spirit, they'll risk it.
Hey, get a parachute before you get on the flight.
They'll give you your life jacket under the seat, right? If the mask drop, put your mask on because we're gonna fly through some turbulence.
Yeah.
But Spirit or Southwest, I thought that was pretty dope.
How come planes don't have an airbag? Like, wouldn't it be pretty simple to put a parachute, like some type of like airbag type of device in a plane so that if it crashes, you just kind of float down?
I think that if you
or like put like a parachute on the plane.
Yeah, like,
oh yeah, that'd be smart.
Like good, this is
on the plane.
Yeah, like the
biggest. You could put a parachute on the plane.
So you would need like parachutes that they use for like space shuttles,
right?
I
think that's a good idea.
I mean, I'm just saying, or is it so rare that a plane crashes is not worth it?
I think that part of it is the rarity. They don't crash that much. They're safer than driving. They're safer than a bus. They're safer than a train. So I think that that's part of it. Also, I think that if a plane crashes or if it's going down, you have a very high likelihood of getting to water, which is going to give you a much safer landing. So that likelihood is very high. Also, if you're actually in a plane crash and it's going to go down over land, the odds of you surviving that, even with, I mean, I understand the parachute idea. I think that's
that would increase your odds a lot, wouldn't it?
I think that
The plane get parachutes.
I'm sure
the passengers get parachutes.
Everybody
get the
Or
parachutes.
at least get the passengers parachutes.
I think that the
Right.
likelihood of someone surviving that is so low, it's almost not worth it.
Hey man, sometimes you got to try.
I mean, I don't disagree with you. I'm just giving the other side of
So
it.
you're just supporting the death. You okay with that? But hey man, ain't no
that was
point,
that was a very political way to CBS way to spin what I just said.
You on that Boys episode.
Where he comes in and just,
Oh, yeah.
I said everybody.
He's like, hey, we getting everybody. Hey, we getting the fuck up out of here, girl. Hey, they dying. We leaving. You know what I mean? We can't save 'em.
Basically, interestingly enough, I read that the reason that they teach people to put their head down, right, when the plane is crashing and they're like, put your head down, is because if a plane crashes and your head is down, it breaks your spine. Everyone's gonna die. It's not actually gonna help you survive. So just like in The Boys, where he was like, Maeve was trying to save the girl, like the little kid, he was like, no, because then she may tell that we didn't try to save everybody, so everyone has to die.
I mean, it makes sense, but it's also like, damn, like he could have stopped the plane.
He's not Superman. I don't know. You think he could have stopped the plane?
Bruh, he could have
Yeah,
stopped the
planes
plane.
are not that heavy.
He could have, I mean, planes are heavy, but he could have
No,
stopped
I'm
the
saying
plane.
like to a superhero.
You think he? I mean, obviously, this was like one of the first. It was the first episode,
Yeah,
First
I
or
think it's
second,
like-
one of them, yeah.
right? So we don't really know, So you think that he's almost, to me, I saw it as, I'm thinking of him as this. He's Superman. He's got lasers. He's got
Yeah.
super strength. He can fly.
He's just evil.
right? But he's evil. But then when I saw that episode, I said, well, maybe he's not as strong as Superman. So that's why I was thinking, like, because he was like, oh, I can't fly them back and forth. That's going to be too much.
No,
And
he could have done that.
Based
on everything we've
does he
seen-
have super speed?
Based on everything we've seen in like the episodes
After that?
yeah, like bro.
I mean, he could fly fast. He doesn't have A-train speed.
Right. Like, I don't think that he's not Superman
No, but planes aren't that heavy though.
compared to him.
I think he could probably.
Because they could all die.
They could have all still died. He could have tried to save them, and they
they
still
all
could
could have linked arms. Like, what are we talking about?
I mean, come
they
on.
all could have grabbed
It sounds-
arms.
No,
It
people are
sounds-
gonna die.
people are
They're gonna fall off.
Mel, you're in an airplane
Yes,
and you're
we're linking arms. All grab onto this superhero. You think it survive?
yeah, but
No,
then the
they're gonna
person at the
die.
top is holding all of those people as well.
They're
Right.
someone's old. They got arthritis. Their hands gonna slip. They're gonna die.
I would have tried rather than just like
Yeah, because you're not
everything.
evil. But that episode was very intentional to set the record
Precedent.
straight. I think it was basically saying like he's not Superman. He's not good. That's how I took it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't know. I didn't. And I only just started watching it because you guys told me to. I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, and
I thought
I'd be hearing about, oh, my nigga watching the
I thought he was a good guy.
originally.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know anything about it. I'm like, they're superheroes, right? And then so I thought he was a good guy.
You get to see their personality. Yo, these motherfuckers is twisted.
He could have, at the very least, he could have got under the plane and created lift.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
That's what I was thinking.
He
Something like that.
regardless of
Right.
if he's strong enough to pick the plane up, he could have created
Bring
lift.
it. At least it would have
Help
kind
it
of come
come
down.
down.
Even if some people died, he could have done something.
I mean, if he could help the plane come down safely, it's not going. People aren't going to die.
And even the girl, what was
Maeve.
Maeve.
She could have helped as
could have
well.
helped.
I mean, she wouldn't have been as useful as him,
She
but
was just strong,
Yeah,
but she
she's-
didn't really have any
She's kind
powers.
of like
for-
Hawk Girl without wings. She didn't have no powers. She don't. I mean, she couldn't have stopped it. That's why she did. That's why she left with him.
Yeah.
She had no
I
choice.
thought that I think that part of the reason that that show did or is doing, because it's not over, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's doing very well, is because they humanize them.
Yeah.
Right. They're not DC or Marvel. It's like we got enough. We got a lot of that, but they're humanized, and it shows their flaw, and it shows their thinking of we're better than you all, and everyone doesn't have the same powers. Like you have what's her name, Starlight.
yeah,
Who
fucked
she
up her face in real life.
Oh, for real?
She did all this surgery stuff.
Oh, I don't know anything about that.
Like, if you look at, like, I didn't see the newest season.
Like Botox type stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, her face changed. They'll have, like, before and after pictures that show us, like, man, she had this round, bubbly, and, like, puffy face.
Now it's chiseled.
Now it's all chiseled and strong. It's like, man, that's that Hollywood stuff.
So, for example, her power, she could control electricity, but it needed to be around her for her to use it. And then she could, like when there was one episode where she was doing something and then she had to there was nothing around them. And then she got to the car and then was able to use the car's power. Like, obviously, it's not like you're creating it, so you're not like Storm. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just grab energy from the Netherlands.
Yes, she can. She hasn't evolved her power enough.
Well, maybe
there's electricity in the atmosphere.
Okay, well, maybe. Okay, well, as of right now,
Yeah.
she can't do that.
Okay.
But I thought it was really cool. Like, I'm glad. It
So
kind
you
of
enjoyed it.
Yeah, but it was 2 seasons or 3.
I think it's 3. I didn't watch the newest season. I've only watched, like...
Oh, for real?
Yeah, because I just haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I didn't even know it came out for a long time. I only just started.
Like, I would hear people, it'll be trending on Twitter. They'll talk about it, but I haven't seen it. It's like the season after the, what's his name? His son.
It was after Soldier Boy. Got
Yeah.
that's Soldier Boy I liked him.
Yeah.
He's a fun character.
Yeah, he was a beast.
Yeah. He was the original.
The original.
But I liked how they started to, I think there's some stuff that you guys don't know yet because you haven't seen the season.
Yeah,
but
probably.
Don't spoil
it was a good. I
you
like.
binged it.
But yeah, back to your family.
Yeah, but just based. So anyway,
trying to get it. I'll get this off.
but anyway, so that whole situation happened, and then it became kind of a headache, and because then I had to make some decisions. Either I could just continue with my plan, and then go back to the airport. I was supposed to fly out Friday morning, like 6:30, so I can go to the airport and just hope that the plane's gonna take off, right? Or I could end up staying there until Saturday evening or Sunday morning on standby. Like, there was no guarantee one way or the other. So then actually my newsletter that's coming out this evening is about that, because it was a very stressful situation, because I had to make some decisions, and I could either just go with my plans and just end up sitting in the airport, or I could then extend my vacation up until Sunday, but it would then everything gets extended. The rental gets extended. Now I'm going, and I end up staying in 4 different hotels, like just the driving, the gas, like everything exponentially increased because I stayed for 3 extra days. It was a 4-day trip, and I ended up staying for like 7. I left Sunday, I came back Sunday. So overall, after I got past the initial sticker shock of everything, I started calculating everything. I just was like, you know what? It doesn't even matter. We make money to be able to do things. And
cameraman, had money.
And I'm in a situation to where I can handle everything. I can spend additional time with my family, and financially, I'll still be okay. I mean, it's not what I was expecting, but I'm still fine. Yeah. And it ended up being great because I went back. We spent an extra day in New Jersey. So we got to, the kids got to spend another day. We stayed at the Crown Plaza with the rooms together. So we got 2 rooms, and they had the door in between. So that was nice for the kids.
You get to see the Breezy again?
Yeah, I was with her the whole time.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Salute.
So, if I call her Breezy. So yeah, they were together. I mean, we were all together for 5 days, and then I went to Pennsylvania, and then me and Noah got to spend pretty much a full day together by ourselves. When he got his hair cut, took him to eat. Then I hit my boy up, and I was like, yo, like, what are you doing? Like, I'm in town. I'm not supposed to be here.
The niggas.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I didn't know that he was having a celebration of life party for
really?
one of our friends that passed. And he was like, yeah, come through. We celebrating Ryan, all the boys are here. And I'm just like, what?
That's perfect.
And a lot of guys I haven't seen in years. Some dudes that I end up having beef with that I haven't seen. And I'm just like, oh, this is a great opportunity for us to talk. Like, just clear this stuff up. It was only one dude.
I'm about to say, do I gotta take a trip?
No,
Okay.
it is not like that. We were close for a long time, and interestingly enough, he was mad at me because he was like, yeah, you was in my girl's DMs, but it wasn't that I was in her DMs; she was in mine.
Yeah,
and it was. I'm not gonna get into the whole situation, but it's like these were my best friends. You know what I'm saying? When I was locked up, they were, she was putting money on my books for him. Like, he was giving her money. Like, these are my people. And it's just like he got into so many issues himself. He felt like everyone was turning on him. Like when you're in the streets and things start happening to you and unfortunate events begin to happen, you feel like you can't trust anybody. And that's what it was. So I just was like, bro, this is stupid. Like, I'm not gonna get into all this. But anyway, that was great. And then I ended up spending some time with some other friends, and I was able to, give them some information on these patches, and sit down with my friend and her sister, not her sister-in-law, but her sister basically, then her daughter. And then I was talking to them about metabolism and thyroid and healthy stuff. It was a great opportunity to catch up with a lot of my friends, but then also give them some value about wealth or health and wellness. And I felt at the end of it, I felt that it was intentional. It was designed for me to not be on that plane so that way I can interact with some of these people and leave a mark.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really important. So in totality, man, it was a great time.
Did you get to see Deadpool?
No.
Nigga!
I was going to see it, but then all this stuff started happening, and it wasn't working. It's still in theaters, right?
I know, but we ain't heard.
Oh, you want to talk about it?
Man, come on, man. Y'all be on some bullshit, man. I swear, man.
Oh, sorry.
Hell.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I have a busy life.
I have a busy life, too. Hot too.
Somehow you found a way to go see Deadpool. You was out partying.
Because I make time for my niggas.
You was out partying last night.
Yes, because I ain't partied in like 5 months, nigga.
Oh, you was tied down?
Nah.
No.
I'm just, you know what I mean?
Stressful.
The way my legs set up.
Stressful. Man, it's funny how people change as soon as they start getting better. As soon as
Niggas start abusing it, right?
they start, but you know what? With this time, I'm not saying anything because I already know what it is, and you're gonna still be fine. But when we had that testimony with that lady, Steve, you hear her? She had knee surgery. They want her to have a knee replacement.
Okay.
Did you hear her?
Was it the first one? Yeah,
I wasn't. I was thinking I was on a plane.
So this lady,
oh yeah, you wasn't here.
She got her patches, and I think she had them for 2 days at the time of us talking. And she said that the first day she put them on, she got it placed underneath her knee, and within 20 seconds of lifting her finger off, her pain was gone. And she was supposed to have knee replacement surgery.
That's not even that's crazy.
That's like
replacement.
That's like your stuff
dead.
is gone.
Yeah.
And so the next day she wears heels. She's like wearing heels at work. Skipping.
Well, I'm not that crazy,
bro. I'm like, why are you needed knee replacement, and you're wearing heels.
Yeah,
but she's had a good experience. Had a great experience, actually.
Yeah, that's not good. That's great.
Yeah.
I
was partying, but granted, I wasn't like jumping or wild. I was literally just standing and just vibing to the music.
But still being able to do that.
Yeah, I mean,
comfortably in the situation, because there's times where I'm not feeling the greatest. I don't want to be in a certain situation just in case.
Yeah, but the place I was at wasn't too crowded though.
It looked like it was packed.
Oh, it was a smaller venue. It was a small venue.
I mean, but it still looked packed.
No? It probably looked like that on camera, but in there it was enough room. Usually it's like tight where you like niggas be bumping into you, but
well, it looked like there was mosh pit right in front of you.
Nah, there was no mosh pits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no mosh pits. Hey,
Mel, did you have to take your stick with you or?
No.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I haven't had to use my stick in a while.
Mel's about to get back on Hinge.
I'm already on Hinge.
Oh, never mind.
I'm on Facebook dating. That's what I'm getting out. I get a lot of hits on that one.
Yeah, I'm not. Certain websites are gonna give you more play than others.
Like Black, I get nothing on that.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Well, like I'll get like a lot of likes, but
You don't like them.
the ones that I like, I don't get the like back, and the ones that I'm just like, man, fuck this, man.
You probably do well on Tinder. You one of them niggas.
Nah, Tinder is not really for me. I don't even download that. 'Cause
Exactly.
It's like
you would do well though. if
nah.
you-
Every time I've gotten on it, there was nothing. It was just I feel like I'm swiping. I'm wasting my
How's the
time.
world of
Dating?
how's the world of dating right now? Well, not the world, but online dating. Anything changed? It's been a while. I ain't been
Must
on
be
there.
nice. Must be nice. It's it's just oh. I don't like it, man. I just want to be woman. Where are you? You know this. I mean, but it is what it is. Like I went on a date yesterday. Like yesterday, I was out.
Wait, yesterday night?
Yeah, you've been wild.
Yeah, last night.
That was a date you went on.
Yeah, I went on a date, and then I went to an EDM concert.
No, I'm not. That's okay. I was asking. I only knew about the concert. I was asking, was the date at the concert? Okay, that's what I was
The
asking.
date was prior, and she was weird, man.
Okay.
She was weird as hell.
Tell us about it.
Well, like initially, like
You
when
showing us a picture of her?
oh fuck, I deleted her.
Damn.
Well, like no, like because I have a number, so I was like, okay, there's no point to.
Wait. You deleted her? You unmatched her on the profile?
Yeah, just so
But-
I could.
But sometimes you want to go back and look at the pictures and stuff and make sure.
Or the conversation.
I should have, but I
Look at the
Whatever.
trash. You don't got no trash can?
don't think I don't know. I don't
She's
think that's
on
how
Facebook,
it works.
nigga. You know her number or her name? Just look her up on Facebook.
Oh yeah, true that, right? Yeah. I'm be see, look, this stalker nigga. I'll be doing that shit.
Stalker, it's obvious.
Chris been in the game for a while.
I've been in since inception.
Yeah,
Literally,
I mean,
Black
I am
Planet.
too.
Black Planet was the first quote
Damn it! I
unquote
should have kept it. I don't.
dating
I'm not gonna
site.
be able to find it.
You don't
But
have a picture of her in your. She never sent you a picture in her text.
nah, because I had the pictures on the dating site.
You didn't put a picture as a contact?
nah.
Mel, no wonder you can't
wait,
figure
wait.
this dating thing out.
Wait, you said you don't have a picture on the dating site?
No, I have her. Like she on the dating site.
Yeah.
Her pictures are there.
Yeah.
But I unmatched. I like deleted
Right.
it. So
But in text message, in the amount of time you guys been talking, there was no picture that was, hey, how you doing? She just sent you a pic. You don't have anything like that?
no.
Okay.
Yeah. But anywho, like based on her pictures, she's like, oh, okay, man, she's nice. And she looked nice in the pictures. Not to say she didn't look nice in real life.
Oh no, you said it very clear the first time.
But no, she was
Don't-
whack.
Don't clean it up.
It's not her energy. Like when we were talking, it was like I'm not sure if she was socially awkward or something, but it was like she would look at me, and then I would look at her, and she would look away. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Sounds like your last little thing.
I'm just like this, and like we would talk, and like it would be hard for me to understand what she's saying. She'd be like, yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I was like, oh no. I was just like, oh no. I said, I can't believe this. I can't believe.
Mel, you need to start video chatting with girls before you meet them. Save yourself a couple dollars.
But no, it was like we literally, like we had a conversation like through the text thing on Friday, and I was like, all right, shit, let's
it was one of those.
let's meet. And then like I said, let's meet. I said, what's your schedule? And we met up on Saturday, so it was just like a one day thing.
I can get behind that. I honestly think that is it's a good strategy in a certain way, because if you're feeling somebody even a little bit, meeting them will allow you to feel them out even more.
Yeah.
Because if she's weird like that, you could have spent the next month texting her.
Exactly.
And then investing, and then now you meet and she's like this, and you're like, bro, I just wasted a whole month.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, we got that conversation. We talked, and it felt like I was carrying the entire conversation.
I hate that.
Like I was expounding, giving details, and she was just like, okay. And then I was like, fuck. I was like, okay. Then I was like, okay, so where are you from? What do you like to do? She's like, yeah, on the weekends.
Did she say if she was like shy or she was quiet, like she didn't?
I was like, when's your last, like, but she was like so soft spoken, but her voice didn't match the way her pictures look. And she's a trucker. And I'm just like, okay, I can, you look like a motherfucking
Is she
trucker.
real thin?
Thin-ish?
Brown skin?
No, she's yellow. She was yellow.
She was yellow. High yellow?
Probably a little yellower than me.
How tall was she?
She's 5'4".
She cute?
She looked good in the pictures. she could pass for a lesbian, like if you saw her in person.
Like, what?
Like if you saw her in person, okay, she's probably a lesbian, you know.
Like a lipstick lesbian, or like
No, just like she looks like a lesbian.
like
you know.
a left wing lesbian?
Wait, are we talking about a lesbian, or are we talking about, because you say lesbian, he said a...
She didn't have she didn't have feminism. She wasn't
But she's a truck driver.
right. She looked more masculine than anything. And I was like, oh no, I can't. I said I did, like, even if like you were somewhat attractive, you're not attractive to me because you give off like strong.
Nigga vibes.
You know what I mean?
Strong
Like,
nigga
square
vibes.
up vibes. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Wow.
So, you know,
Was she muscular?
she was muscular built, but I think she was she was much bigger in real life than she was. Maybe she had older pictures that was posted up there.
They do that.
So she was a little thicker.
I mean,
They do that.
That's definitely something they do.
You know, but so I had to, we were bringing up, I had to drag the conversation, and that dragged on and all that stuff.
I
but
hate that.
yeah, for the most part, nah, I'm good. I'm not attracted to her like that, so I'll fall back on.
So
it.
did you? So when you guys ended the date, right? Hey, all right, it was nice. Da da da. You gave her a hug before you left.
Yeah, it was a hug.
Okay, and then at what point did you unmatch her?
No, I have a number. Like I unmatched her.
You unmatched her before you went on the date?
No, I did last night, I think.
Oh, okay.
No. This morning.
Okay,
I did it this morning.
Okay, that was my question.
Well, she knows what it is then.
Yeah. So even if you have her number, that don't matter. If you unmatch, if I go on a date with a woman and I am no longer, if I unmatch you,
But I think on Facebook it only show on my end.
No,
no,
shows on hers.
no, she,
No. Yeah,
yeah.
it only shows if it's blocked. If it's blocked, like if you block the person, because they'll tell you, like when you delete the conversation, they'll say it'll still show on their end, but you just can't continue the conversation with them. But if you block them, it'll get rid of the entire thread on both ends.
That must be a new feature.
Yeah, that don't.
And they're always on that. That's why iPhone doesn't show when you're blocked and all that. It's always on that victim. It's this.
They don't want you. They
They don't want,
because it feels bad.
People are so non-confrontational. They're so soft that if I block you, I don't want you to know I'm blocked. You're blocked. You just got to guess.
No, well, on iPhone, if you're blocked, if the text turns green, but the message looks like it went through. But if you're texting another iPhone,
No, because sometimes you can send a message and it'll turn green. Just I don't know because there's
randomly. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if I text your phone and we were just arguing and the text turns green, I'm going to assume you blocked me. Plain and simple.
I don't know. I'd have to test that.
I don't have an iPhone.
There's no reason to test it. I'm telling you that's what happens when you block an iPhone. That's what happens. But anyway, okay. So basically, the next morning, you removed her from your
Yeah,
Facebook
well, it wasn't
page.
just her, but just everyone that was listening to the conversation. Like I'll message, they haven't said anything in like a couple of days. Like, all right,
I'm not worried about all them. I'm talking about the woman you went on a date with.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't do it because I didn't like her. I just did it to clear it up because we're not conversing now on that app.
Well, you don't intend on talking to her, do you?
I have no intent. I'm not going to go out of my way to message her.
So
And she has to
basically,
message
she
you.
has to message you.
Yeah, she messaged me this morning because we were talking, and then she told me about this book that's it's like Chinese medicine, and it talks about like some features of the face, and she was telling me like she was reading that book.
Oh, so now she has something interesting to say.
This was not now. This was like towards like while we were I was pulling conversation out.
Okay, so last night while you were dating or on the date.
Yeah. I was
So
like,
what?
okay.
So what did she send you today? The book that you were talking about?
that she was talking about,
Okay.
and because I was like, yo, can you
Send
send
me
me that book?
Okay. So it wasn't like, hey, good morning, Mel. Da, da, da.
Nah, it was just
Had a
like,
great
here's
time.
that book. It was more
Okay.
like that.
I mean, that could be a way of her reaching out.
Yeah, possibly, but nah. I think she knows. I don't know. Maybe I don't know because
I
she.
seriously doubt she knows.
She sounds
because if
tone
she was
deaf.
self-aware, then she would have at least said, "Hey, just to let you know, I'm kind of shy. It takes me a while to warm
Right.
up." No, she doesn't know.
Shit, well, I don't care, nigga. Whatever she trying to do, hey, we can be cool, but I'm not. You know what I mean? Because granted, I don't have any ill will towards her, so it's like I don't.
Mel, let me ask you.
Go ahead, ask me.
What is your intention?
My intention is to find a woman to start a family with. That's it.
Okay.
No, that's
so if that is your intention, then why even allow her to linger?
I'm not.
You just said if she wants to be cool, we could be cool.
Cool.
So,
I'm not saying we can, let's meet up and go out for drinks and dinner.
Here's
Cool in Mel's mind just means she's gonna fade away into the abyss.
Okay.
I'm not messaging her anymore.
No, I understand. But if she messages you, you'll message back.
Depends on what we're talking about.
Hey, Mel, did you have a chance to check out that book?
I won't respond.
Okay. So then what is she going to message you that you would respond to?
You trying to get some sloppy?
No.
Yes, I am, Miss Chugga Lady. On my way.
Okay, I mean, listen.
Me? Shit, I'm in a drought. Yeah, well,
You're not in a drought. You have to be. You have to go a certain period of time before you can consider yourself a
You're
drought.
in a drought already.
I mean, but my intent is, I want to find someone that I could build with and create a family.
I guess what my point is that I'm not saying that there's a pattern. That's not what I'm saying because I don't have enough information to say that. But just the last girl, right? When I never met her. Mm-hmm. Well, besides when she slipped up our stairs and barely said anything, which I found was fucking weird. But I also was weird on you. But you were also when that happened, so I gave you a pass on that.
Nigga, what are you talking about?
Yeah, so you don't even know.
It depends.
Yeah, you don't even remember. When I was in the kitchen making juice, and you came in, and I said, and you were like, earlier, but I'm good now. And I was like, I don't know if you're good, but I could tell. I'm
always good.
Right? So, and I was like, oh, what were you doing? You're like, oh, I was out with old girl. I said, oh, okay, fine. I'd love to meet her someday. And you're like, oh, she's about to come. And I said, oh, I knew that you were going to she was going to sneak her way upstairs.
Well, she's not paying attention to you.
It's my thing is that if you enter into a home and she's heard about me before, I'm sure she's heard my name. I'm sure she's heard of me in some way, good or bad. I would, unless you which I don't see, unless you've told her I'm just a horrible human and Steven ain't shit, like da. So
why are you making this about you? Like what?
Let me make my point.
Wait.
So, Chris, calm down, because you don't do the same thing as much. But anyway, when she came in, I had to run into the living room to get water because she just went straight upstairs after I told you I want to meet her. And then even when she said anything, she's just like, oh, hi, and it just kept it pushing, right? So anyway, that whole situation started, and the initial thing that you told me was, yeah, I'm really not interested, we could be cool.
Oh, no. My intention when I meet someone, or at least when I met her, is to, create something that's long lasting. Right.
But I'm saying, like, you just like, yeah, there's really nothing there, we could just be cool. And then she was around and then around. And I said, Mel, you better be careful. You're going to end up being with this girl. And then, now granted, I'm not saying there was anything wrong with what happened, but then it was just like, that was 7-8 months or whatever of time.
5 months.
Okay, whatever.
I was about to say 7-8 months.
I don't know. I never met her. So I don't have anything to connect this to. So 5 months. That's 5. Listen, that's 5 months of time that could be spent on, looking for somebody else. So what I'm saying is that I heard the last person say, yeah, we could just be cool, it's not going to do nothing. And then I'm hearing it again on the very next one. So I'm just bringing it to your attention, like,
this
hey.
was a girl that I literally had a 12-hour interaction with.
You met that girl, and for less than 12 hours, you met her at a party, and the next day, I think it was the next day or something, you guys were going on a date.
No,
it's not.
It's next week.
Okay, what? I'm not trying to play you.
I'm not saying you are.
Okay,
No one's trying to say that. We're just trying to figure out what you're
where you going?
Where you going with
what I'm saying is that this is two people in a row, and I'm not saying that this girl you're going to actually interact with, but when you say, "Oh, yeah, we just be,"
with her.
When you
I
say,
think you're misunderstanding his words.
okay, well, words matter.
Well,
So
I'm
what
just-
oh my God.
Nigga,
So
I've been letting you talk on. You've been talking for the past 5 minutes.
I'm trying to explain.
You're taking too long.
Fuck it. Do what you want to do.
I don't know where you're getting at. Like,
I'm trying to.
I just went on. Like, I don't even know the girl. We went on a date with her one time, and I said it's not going to go anywhere. I'm not interested in her. She was whack. That's it.
Okay.
I mean, if she want to give me some sloppy, cool. But I have no problem. I have no issue. I'm cool on her. It's good. It is what it is.
What I'm saying is that's what I heard about the last girl.
That I just want to get sloppy, and then I'm cool on her.
Are
you talking about no? You didn't know. I've invested time. We've went places. You know, like she's met. She didn't necessarily meet you all, but she met.
Yeah, but over time. But I'm
you
saying
weren't
initially what I heard from her.
You weren't there the day that she was there. Chris was there. Shell was there, and the family was there basically. So granted, they didn't necessarily have an interaction with her, but they got to see her. Mm-hmm. And then, we haven't necessarily had like a big gathering where, we'd get together and to, actually have like a formal invite. But she's met Anthony and Marcus.
I'm not talking about any of that because that same thing could happen with
but are you talking about the one I was in a relationship with for a day?
I'm not talking about that wasn't a day.
Wasn't a day.
Whatever.
You fell in love with her for a day. I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about the most recent one. And I'm talking about the one you just told us about. Both times after initially meeting them, you have said, I'm not really interested, but we could be cool.
That's
what I'm talking about.
That's not the same. I'm telling you it's not the same.
I don't know. I'm giving you my perspective, which is why I said, what is your intentions? Because from my perspective, and maybe Mel, I don't know, whatever you're gonna say, Chris. I'm just telling you what I see, and then if you want to add in the Domino's girl, I'm just saying like I feel like that sometimes they're becoming placeholders, and it's just like, well, we'll just see what happens, and I feel like it's just been a waste of like a year and a half. I'm not saying
to a year and a half.
I'm talking about the 5 months that you were with old girl, and then the whatever months. I mean, I feel like you were with her. She was around for a little bit, 4 months or whatever. Domino's girl.
Nigga, I was only a week.
That was a month.
It was
wow, y'all nigga. This is insane.
A week or a month?
It was a month.
Yeah, it was a month.
It felt like longer than that.
It was literally, it was only a month.
Bro, he spends more time alone than he does with people. Yeah. He's fine. He could be with these girls. Shoot. He been in the desert for 2 years before he, you know what I'm saying? So, like, what are we talking about?
I appreciate my nigga Chris. Steve trying to make it seem like I'm like committing to these women instead of just exploring my options.
That's not what I'm saying.
I mean, but the last chick, instead of like, initially cutting someone off because once I get that, I give it a chance to see where it'll go.
You needed to give her a chance to marinate.
That's it. I was just giving them, and this chick that I literally don't even know her last name. I only known for 12 hours. That's nothing. That's nothing to compare to anything that happened in the past.
Nah, but I'm not saying that. I'm not comparing her to any. I don't know any of them. What I'm comparing is what you are saying about them. What I'm saying is that I can only go off of what I know, and I don't know any of them. I just know what you say about them. And I keep hearing the same thing about each one of them. So that's why I said, what is your intention?
My intention, because I put my intention out there every single time. And I let them know. Like, hey, I want us to have a fucking family.
I'm not talking about what you tell them. I'm saying, like, If you're not interested and you're just like yada yada yada, then saying if she want to give me some sloppy toppy, I just think it's pointless. I think it's a waste of time.
To get sloppy? Nigga, it's never pointless.
You know what?
Get some sloppy.
Whatever. That's not what I'm.
But no, she's brushed off. I mean, I don't know what you're trying to get at, but it's
clearly you don't know, and obviously and I don't think you're really trying. I think you're being more defensive than anything, and I'm just telling you what I see. From my point of view, okay, right? And what I'm saying is that I am seeing that you are meeting these women, and from at least in the beginning, you're just like, yeah, I don't really know, she's cool, right? But then you're investing, but like I don't see you passionate about any of them. I don't think that the woman that you're going to fall in love with and have babies and all this stuff, I would feel like you would be passionate about them. You'd be like, girl, like this is my girl. Like, I went on this date. It was.
I mean,
okay, great.
Maybe I don't think you know the interworkings of everything. I mean, like,
what do you mean? Of course I don't. I'm just going off of what I'm.
So you literally
the interworkings of everything. What am I God? What are you talking? What do you mean? What does that mean?
Because you say all of this like the situations are all different.
I understand.
So there's no pattern or of my intent, because my intent has always stayed the same.
Once again, from my perspective,
I get
what
it.
I have seen.
Hey, don't do it. Don't repeat yourself again.
Yeah, but I'm trying. I'm not. Yeah, but I feel like you're getting defensive.
He's not defensive.
I'm not defensive.
Okay. Well, at least do you hear what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying?
I hear your words.
He's just saying that what you're saying doesn't apply. That's all.
Okay, but how does it not apply if I'm telling you something that I see? Whether you don't have to agree with it.
I don't know what you're
saying.
saying.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I hear your words.
Okay, so you don't understand what I'm saying
because they don't match. Like there's a square hole and there's a round pole.
Okay, this is very interesting. Because
you don't match.
You don't have to know, because I feel like in your mind you're trying to wrap your mind around it, like you're saying you agree. I'm not saying you have to agree. I'm saying that from what I see, I could say that light is black, and you're like, it's not black, it's white. But I'm talking about the casing of it.
Is it fluorescent?
Like you don't have to agree. I'm just giving you my perspective and saying I'm seeing something here. And I asked you about your intentions. And maybe there's something there, maybe there isn't. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Hey, Chris, is there somehow you can help?
Jesus Christ.
I've been trying to, but he's just going off on his tirade. And he thinks everybody's getting defensive.
No, because all you're saying is you're just invalidating what I'm saying.
I'm not invalidating what you're saying.
Okay,
it's not as if what you're saying is wrong if it applied. It doesn't apply is what I'm trying to get you to understand.
What doesn't apply?
What you're saying doesn't apply.
So what I see doesn't apply? What are you talking about?
Things properly.
How?
So
I said apply. From my perspective.
And your perspective is not the reality of what's happening.
Okay. All right. Okay.
One thing I have noticed is I have had way more energy Sunday mornings doing these podcasts since I've been taking these patches. I literally just realized that.
I'm glad, nigga.
I mean, it's not even about that. It's just, you know what I'm saying?
I'm nigga be on his phone half the podcast.
They don't
swiping on girls.
That's different. Okay, that don't got nothing to do with how much energy I have. I got more energy.
I like it. Is it specifically because of the patches? You notice?
I mean, who knows?
Everything in totality.
Who knows, Mel, at this time? But
hey,
I don't know.
Do you think like when you're like when a woman is liking a man, or a man is liking a woman, and there's an issue, and you have to like if you're asking the woman like, hey, what's wrong with you? And they say it's nothing. But you can clearly tell that there's something wrong with the woman. How many times do you initiate or try to figure out what's going on until you be like, you know what? All right, fuck it, nothing wrong with you. But that time that you don't give up or that you don't ask, that's when they be like, you don't even care about me. You don't even know you have to keep pulling and trying to get it out of them. So what is the threshold of getting that answer when you know something is clearly wrong with them?
Chris?
I don't care.
Oh, damn.
I'm not. I wasn't even trying to say it like funny.
Like, I don't care.
No, I don't care. I'm not playing a game with you. This is not Monopoly, nigga. Like, either there's something wrong with you or there's not. I know you well enough to say, hey, what's wrong? If you don't want to tell me, I'm not playing Inspector Gadget. Nigga, do I look like a 90s cartoon to you? Like, we're not. You're an adult. I'm an adult. There's something wrong with you. You can tell me, I don't want to speak about it right now. Cool. Let me know when you are ready to talk about it. But other than that, I'm not going to play that game. What's wrong with you, baby? Nothing. Even the way you just said nothing tells me something's wrong with it. No, it's not. Okay, cool. I'm supposed to keep coming back? Like, what is that? That's happy wife, happy life type stuff. I don't play that. No, we're not doing that.
I feel like we'll get a different answer from Steven.
I think, of course, you would get a different answer. Like, what? I'm Chris.
Babe, what we getting, Steven? What we doing, mate? He gonna send her flowers, buy her a car.
What? No, what? I didn't do anything.
I'm just fucking around.
Oh,
Isn't that the point, to figure out if you did something though?
no, I wouldn't.
Why is she upset if she's not upset at you? Why won't she talk about it?
Okay. I think that it is reasonable to say that when people are upset, sometimes they cope in a certain way. And if you are typically used to having to stuff your feelings down, or if you feel like you're always the one taking care of everybody else, sometimes it can be very difficult to have somebody that is there for you. And this is new to you. I think that in general, and you know this to be true, we find ways to manage our emotions, whether they're healthy or not. And I think that in general, a lot of women today feel like they can't talk to their man, or they're taking on traumas from other women, things that don't happen, and they shut down. And they shut down because they want someone to, ooh, tell me what's wrong, babe. Tell me to do all that stuff. But then there's some women that genuinely have raised themselves, and now they don't know, they have somebody that is there to support them, and they don't know how to open up. So I don't think it's necessarily a game. Some of them may be playing games, but I think it's part of your job as a man to determine if she's playing a game, or if she just genuinely doesn't really know how to open up yet. So
you're just assuming that the relationship is new, and you're putting all of these qualifiers on it. No one said that.
Why would I assume that the relationship is new? This can happen. When did I say the relationship was new?
When you were talking about, when you were setting up the scenario, and sometimes, when things are new and you're just getting to know somebody. And
I never said that.
You said something similar to that.
No, I didn't.
I mean, we can rewind the track.
Okay, but we're not. But I never said that.
Hey, Mel, rewind the track.
Okay.
Okay.
I got
it. Sometimes it can be very difficult to have somebody that is there for you, and this is new to you. And this is new to you. And this is new to you.
Go ahead, Steven. Go ahead.
Okay, I don't know. You threw me off. But what I'm saying is that it doesn't matter. And I know I didn't say that because I'm thinking of a specific scenario which doesn't have anything to do with new. Anyway.
Okay.
Whatever.
Rewind the track.
So sometimes it can be very difficult to have somebody that is there for you, and this is new to you. But in general, you can be in a relationship for 3 years, and then now all of a sudden something new happens, and the woman is triggered in a certain way that she has never experienced before, and she doesn't know how to open up about it yet. Then she shuts down.
Is that the scenario we're talking about? Because
there was no specific.
No. Like, the way I took it was, in general, you're dating a woman, and when something's wrong, she doesn't like to tell you. It didn't sound as if it was like it's a one-off, it's some special event, it's the new relationship. It's like, we've been dating for 6 months, something's wrong with this girl, she doesn't want to tell me what's wrong. Hey, baby, what's wrong? Nothing, I'm good. Okay, cool. Hey, baby, you good? Yeah, I'm fine. Clearly something's wrong with her. How do you handle that?
And I think that is based upon, you took it that way based upon your experience and the women that you have experienced.
No, because I don't do that in my relationship. Okay. So that's not an experience I've had. It's just, it's something that...
No, it is. Because otherwise, where would you get that from? Either you either experienced it in your own life.
Observing other people.
You observed it in other people's. Yeah. This is all experience. So from your experience, this is what you have seen.
Okay,
and
when you
this
said
is how
experience, I thought you meant personal experience.
Well, you stopped cutting me off.
I think you
I literally was
the goalpost.
No, I did not. Go ahead. But you didn't let me finish, so that's on you. You'll never know.
Go ahead.
It's good.
But regardless, I didn't take it that way. Now, granted, I don't have as much relationship experience as you. I have plenty of experience with women, but not relationship experience. So my experience has been more relationship oriented, and I have not had to go through that very much. So my outlook on it is different. So I don't think that, I mean, my ex, I mean, clearly I dealt with it then, but...
How did you deal with it? I think that was the question.
No, that was not the question. You don't even remember the question. The question was, how many times do you push? If the wording may be different, but how many times do you ask what's wrong when that situation occurs? That was the question.
And what does that correlate? What if
No. Don't try to change it. No.
Okay, so then you have not. So then you've been talking for 10 minutes. You haven't answered.
I haven't been talking for 10 minutes.
Simple question to answer.
2. That's my answer.
Yeah, but why were you elaborating so much before? Because that's not the true. Not the true answer of the question.
No, because
Steven.
the answer is 2.
No, it's the question is, how do you deal with a woman in a scenario?
That's not what he asked.
That's the question. Steve,
is that what you asked?
Wow, this is Cap.
I asked it.
This is Cap City.
No, that's not what you asked. That's what you heard.
Cap City.
That's what you.
Why are you answering it in this all roundabout way?
Because I wanted to respond to your answer.
This is absolutely ridiculous.
I was responding to your answer.
This is absolutely ridiculous.
I was responding to your non-emotional, cold-hearted answer.
It's not non-emotional. It's emotional intelligence. I'm not going to go back and forth with a woman who is clearly playing games. Now, I'm not saying she's doing it on purpose or her intent is to string me along, but what I'm saying is we are adults.
Yes.
I can agree that it is a game. Not necessarily intentional. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm not saying that it's intentional, but I'm saying you know that if I ask you if something's wrong and you tell me no, you're doing that intentionally.
Right.
And so where are we supposed to go from that?
Well, and that is where the crossroads come, because I see it differently, as in I'm looking at this, and I'm not saying I've always been this way, and I'm not saying that one way is better than another, but this is where we split in this particular moment, because then I immediately look at it and say, well, why does she do this? What has she gone through in her past that causes her to shut down like this? Do I care enough to dig deeper into this? Or do I'm just like, really don't care that much. I'm not playing this game. I don't think that there's a right or wrong answer to it. I just think that this is where we separate on it. But my answer is 2. I'm going to ask you 2 times, and then at that point I'm going to let it go. At the same time, in my own head, I'm going to be doing my own digging inside and start asking myself questions, and then think about her and what I know about her to see why this has occurred.
So you're not letting it go. It's going to fester.
How is that festering?
Because
no. When you say fester, as in like it's something that bothers me, and then now it's
going to bother you.
Yeah, but I'll eventually get around to it. But I'm trying to understand it, because that's the logical mind.
No. I'm saying you ask her twice. She's like, no, it's fine. I'm good.
Oh no, nigga, that's not the end of this. That's the end of it for now.
You said you was gonna let it go, and then you went on to talk about how you're going to.
No.
You're gonna mull over it in your mind.
No. I'm not letting it. I'm not just letting it go as in we're never going to talk about this again. But I also understand that when someone is upset, if she's bothered, she's angry, she's annoyed, something is wrong in that manner, then she has her defenses up. For some reason, she's defensive, and there's no reason to then go into it at this point until she comes back down.
My thing is, that's all fine. I don't got a problem with that. Communicate. Hey, you know what? I'm hyper emotional right now. I'm hypersensitive. Whatever. It wouldn't be a good time to discuss this.
I think that's great.
Give me, a day, couple of hours. Let me hit you up after work. Whatever the case may be, we'll talk about it then. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. What I'm not doing I'm fine. I've never done that. I've never had to do that. I guess because I wouldn't get into a relationship with somebody who acts that way. Because there's certain filters you would have just never made it past in the first place. That's why I'm saying if it's a new relationship, it wouldn't have been a relationship I've already known. And if it's like randomly that happens random, then that would, if in a scenario where we've been dating for 6 months and this happens, that's a whole different ballgame. Now I'm like concerned. I'm going to approach it completely different. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
But if it's like a regular occurrence, like this is just how you communicate, it's a wrap.
Well, no, I agree with that part as well. I think that when we heard the question, because it was nothing wrong with the question, but it was a very vague question, which was, there was no other context. And once again, there's nothing wrong with that. But it allowed us to take it our own ways. And just like you have your experience, I have mine. So I immediately took my experience and where I'm currently at my relationship and all these other things, and then that's where I came from.
Yeah, see, that's not a fair perspective because your
How's
experience.
it not how's it not a fair perspective?
No, because can I finish my statement?
Yeah, but
can I
but
finish
this is
my
the second time you've invalidated.
Can I finish
No,
what I'm saying?
No, because
So you want me to explain how it's
no,
not
no,
fair?
I'll
but
let you.
won't
No, I'll let
how
you
it's not
explain in a
fair?
second. But I cut you
Golly.
off. I cut you off because I felt like twice I felt like you disrespected me.
Oh,
by
shit.
saying that it's not a fair perspective. You
said
can't
you disrespected
invalidate what I see or what my experience.
You didn't give him a chance to tell why it's not.
It doesn't matter if it's fair. There's no such thing as a fair perspective. It is my perspective based on my experience.
Yeah, but if
You can't say I'm my experience.
if your experience doesn't correlate with the mass majority of people, then it's not. It's so niche.
Come on, man. It's not. You
What?
act like.
No. Here's what we're not gonna do because you're not about to play the victim Olympics.
No.
Chris has
There's
been
no
invalidating.
victim.
Chris has been invalidating me all day. I'm gonna go in
I only said
defensive
twice.
mode
Defense
when that
mode.
wasn't
I'm not
my
defensive.
intention, and then you're not even gonna let me explain what I was gonna say.
Yeah, because
You're gonna go off on a whole tirade and get all upset about something I wasn't even saying or doing. What I'm saying is the type of relationship that you have and what you're experiencing now is so special that you cannot take that experience and apply it to most people. It's not fair.
It's not fair.
Most people do not have what you have.
I mean, we ain't got what you got, nigga.
So your perspective is going to be skewed compared to most men's interactions with women.
Fucking cheat codes and shit, nigga.
She was asking why you keep calling her that.
Cause she is.
That's what I was gonna say.
I mean, you got the Aladdin.
What I would say is to draw on experiences you've had with more traditional women.
more generalized women.
I have not invalidated your point. I actually validated it, and I said that I agree with a lot of it. What I'm specifically talking about is you saying that my experiences or my point of view doesn't matter. It's wrong.
I didn't say that.
You said it's wrong. You said my point of view is wrong.
I didn't say that.
That's exactly what you said, verbatim. Run the tape back. You said your point of view is wrong.
Run the tape back.
How you gonna say my point of view is wrong? What I'm seeing is wrong.
Yeah, see, that's not a fair perspective because your
How's it
experience.
not a fair? How's it not a fair perspective?
No, your experience. No, your experience. No.
It may be different.
It's through rose-colored glasses.
Well, maybe, but it's not wrong. It's what I see.
It's once again.
That's what I was saying.
It's very niche. Okay.
Man.
I understand because I've had very healthy relationships as well. But what I'm saying is, generally speaking, it's not. I mean, it's probably not. In the top.
It's not the majority.
It's not even close.
I agree.
We're probably talking about the 1 percentile.
I agree.
Sadly,
most are not that. Most are not that way. But because I at least have had that experience, I mean, and this is where I'm at least now. That is the route that's how I look at it. And everything's not perfect, right? There's situations where, the way I've been in where someone was shut down. And it's just like, hey, what's going on? Right? But then later, that is where the nicheness comes in because then the conversation can happen.
Yeah, it's not about what happens, it's about how you handle it. That's everything. It's not about having a perfect flowy life. I've talked about this many times. Even with your health journey, you don't want frictionless relationships. It's not healthy. But it's about how you deal with the friction. I mean, that's what really makes life worth living, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I would, what I would do is I would ask twice as well indebted. I'm not bringing it up in another conversation. I'm not bringing it up later because,
So, Mel, you're not going to mull it over. You're going to ask twice, and then after that, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Because, if I ask you once, okay, I get it. Maybe you're a little apprehensive. And I'm like, are you sure? Because if there's something wrong with you, we need to talk about this and let's discuss it. If you say you're good and there's nothing wrong, nothing's wrong. I am not bringing it up again because, and also as you kind of both stated, it's good to communicate like, hey, there's some, there's an issue right now. I'm just not built right now to talk about it. We can talk about it at a later time. If none of that is initiated, I'm not bringing it up later because you already told me that nothing's wrong. Cool. One less thing for me to worry about.
But here's my concern with that. Don't you feel like that would start to create resentment in the relationship over time?
If they're lying? Yes. Yes. I asked you. You said no. And if you come back later and say something's wrong, then why the fuck did you lie to me?
I mean, would you? I mean, okay. I guess that's lying.
That wasn't the way you was going with it, was it, Steve?
That's a very interesting way to put it. I mean, I guess it's a lie, but
keep it 100.
No, it's 100% a lie. It's, hey, is something wrong? No, I'm good. Something's actually wrong. That's a lie. You're a liar.
Yeah, you fucking lying. Don't lie to me. Yeah, be honest.
I ain't gonna argue with y'all.
I make it like in any relationship. I make it very apparent, like, hey, communication is very important to me.
But see, my thing is, I mean, yeah, it is a lie, but I really try to see that as that's a way of them coping, because they don't know how to deal with that emotion right then, and so they're just shutting down. Like, is it technically a lie? Yeah, but I think that just looking at it as I don't know. That's why
you have to take your coach hat off for the scenario.
This is who I am now.
Now, for the scenario, you got to take your coach hat off because, yes, would you do that in your relationship? Yes, but we're not talking about your relationship. We're talking about a hypothetical, Because whatever.
I'm doing that in my relationship. If you tell me something's wrong with you and I ask you multiple times and you say no, dead. All right, that's what it is.
But then she's going to bring it up later.
Then that's her fucking fault.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's an issue.
And now Mel gets to shift the power dynamic on.
It's like I mean, it's just like it's like setting a landmine somewhere in the relationship, and eventually someone's going to walk on it.
Well, what are you going to do? You've asked her what's wrong. She won't tell you.
You circle back around.
Okay, how about this? Here is a literal scenario for me.
Okay, go ahead.
There's a situation where they're going through, strife in their life, and they come to me and they always tell me like, hey, this is going on. They all stressed out and they just have all this stress. And then I'll get a solution or something. They'll get upset and I'll say, okay, cool. I mean, that's not what I'm referring to, but I'm just setting up the scenario. But then I'll continuously hear this over and over. And then I would say, look, what you're going through is something like, I'm not going to give you my opinion on it because I see that it'll upset you. It'll upset you if I give you my opinion on it. But I see this pattern that's happening and I recognize what's happening. So I understand what's going on. And then if her response is that, like, let me hear what you have to say. And then even prior to expressing like, hey, what I have to say, I preface it of what I'm telling you is coming from a place of love and because I care about you.
Nobody's gonna take this well.
No.
I can already tell you right now, whatever you're going to say, ain't nobody taking this well.
But even what I said was not even, what I personally said wasn't bad.
Okay.
It was not bad at all. It's just saying like, hey, you're consistently saying that this, you're stressed about this particular thing. Like if you're stressed about, funds or finances because you currently don't have a job. Mm-hmm. If this is an issue, okay, let's get you a job.
Yeah.
Let's find a way to get you a job. And if you can't find a job, then you need to get rid of the job process and then start to work for yourself. Okay. And so you can start to create money for yourself. Because the issue is you don't have finances and you can't, and you've been applying for jobs and all this stuff. But the catalyst is the jobs that you want, they get in the way because you have a child.
Okay.
And you're not able to do daycare and all this stuff. Okay, cool. What is the next thing you can do? Work for yourself so you don't have to worry about daycare or leaving your home. Work from home. If you have a talent, like for instance, y'all have talents of helping people, coaching people with health and wellness. You would primarily focus on that instead of going to a company to hire you for health and wellness or something. So if you have a talent of painting or drawing or doing some type of gig that can generate income, this is what you should be focused on instead of going to a job in hopes that they hire you, but you have to hope they hire you within the time slot where you're able to take care of your child. So it's just like, if I'm providing that solution, like, okay, you're talented in art, paint, sell your fucking paintings, do this, but you nigga, and you hear this information and you get offended by this rebuttal, even though the information I'm giving you is good information.
It sounds like you've been helpful.
And the thing is, you're defending why you can't do these things.
It's a victim mentality.
How do you help someone who is consistently putting themselves to defend their weakness?
You can't.
Leave them to your own devices.
It's like, bro, I'm trying to help you.
They don't want to be saved. Don't save us.
The reason I started laughing is because I was like, well, what's the problem here? And it was like, the kid. So I was just like, I was like,
let him go stay with his father.
My joke was, it sounds like you just need to get rid of the kid. Right? Obviously it's a joke. But then my real question was, where's his dad? Right? I mean,
single parent, I guess no parental help or whatever. So
grandma, grandpa.
Well, grandma helps.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
But also I got into like, she would.
How old is the child?
2.
He needs to go stay with his father. He's a boy anyway. He needs to be with his dad.
Yeah, but he's not a man of solid character. Let's just say that.
Okay.
Oh, well.
You pick but him. Yes. The thing is, like, people, women, humans, men, we all make our decisions and we have to be responsible for the choices that we make.
Yeah, but not just that, man. Here's the thing. That whole job thing, like, honestly, if you're an adult, you need to be working.
Yes.
Period. You're looking for a niche type of position that you can only work these type of hours. I guarantee you that if you had 5 hours a day and you could work overnight. Like while the child is sleeping.
Yeah.
And you can work overnight.
You could be a virtual assistant.
Or you can work virtual. There's a lot of jobs that are hiring customer service agents virtually. We're now or even third shift. Virtually, because you have companies, Discover, for example. I used to work there, right? Customer service, they're 24/7. You can work virtually for them third shift. Like, I mean, really. But the problem is that people put these positions in their head where they're like, no, I can't work X, Y, and Z because it's not enough money. So you're saying that you're not willing to take $12 an hour, but right now you're not making any dollars an hour. Like, to me, it just is the craziest thing in the world. Like, if I did not have income, if I didn't have a job, and all of a sudden I couldn't coach anymore, right? I mean, there was nothing I could do, and I had to start from absolute zero. I would probably start in fast food, or I would just start in if I had to get a job.
Let's look for you, or just in general. If you've been dating someone for 6 months, 5-6 months,
Yeah.
If you've been dating this person. And this an entire situation, they haven't had a job.
Yeah.
And you tell them, like, look.
He's going to hit the beer.
I can't fathom a world where I personally am struggling financially in this 6 month span that I don't have a job.
I can't even imagine.
It will not take 6 months for me to find a way to make money.
Income, even whether it's a job or not, making income,
getting money. Swallow your pride at your age. Like you said, work a fast food restaurant. There's Uber. There's so many different opportunities.
Bro, the gig economy alone.
So I don't settle for these excuses that I've been putting in 300 applications. Whatever. To me, it does not sound like.
Where are you trying to apply at?
Temp agencies. There's temp agencies.
So you're telling me
where are you
that you're putting
at?
in applications at temp agencies and even they won't hire you? What's wrong with you?
And when I come up with these scenarios, like, hey, instead of this stuff, work, use your talents, the things that you're good at, and sell, especially if you've done this in the past.
That's a great idea.
It does not sound like you have a sense of urgency to get a job. It sounds like you're just staying in this victim mentality that I can't do this.
Because somebody's supporting it.
Yeah.
That's the reason. Somebody's
she's
supporting it.
She's not homeless, right? So there you go.
Exactly. And then when she says, I don't have help, I get upset with that because you do have help. I said, you have a place to stay. You have access to watch Netflix. You have food. You have refrigerator. You have AC. I said, you do have help. If this person wasn't in your life, to hold you in your home, you wouldn't have any place to live. So to say you don't have help you shouldn't say that because it's invalidating, the home that you're living in. You're not paying rent.
What she's saying is that her baby dad isn't giving her money.
That's what
she's saying.
Yeah.
When I say I don't have help, the mentality there, it just permeates into it'll permeate into the relationship. It'll permeate into the job. Maybe that's why that she can't get a job. She's going on interviews and jobs are like, she don't take accountability, right? Like if you're going and looking for a job and then the job is like, listen, we can hire you, but we only have the hours of 9 to 5 or whatever it is. And she was like, oh no, well I can only work 6 hours a day. Like, okay, that's not going to work for us. And if you're not willing to make some changes or figure it out, we don't have to hire you. We can fill the spot with somebody else. No job is losing by not hiring her. Mm-hmm. You're not this big asset that people are looking for that are willing to bend over backwards for you. You have to change and you have to bend for the world. So this whole scenario is crazy. The only people that I give anywhat of a pass to in that scenario are someone that would have, like, say, a violent felony. Because they can't get a job. It's very difficult for them to find jobs, period.
But, and this is the part, Mel has presented outside the box.
Correct.
Which is
correct.
That's where your violent felons go. Start your own business.
Correct.
Do your own thing.
You get into construction. I mean, there's things you can do, but you even not even violence, because certain jobs will still look at you and say, okay, well, you have a felony, but it's really not that big of a deal. We'll still hire you. But then there's most jobs say, as soon as you have that on your record, you're not getting hired.
Right. Yeah.
Period. So that's the only time where I could even begin to give you a little bit of a leeway. But for anybody else that is just a normal human that's in the workforce and doesn't have a background and all this other stuff, there should be no problem with you finding a job.
Bro, this even goes for homeless people.
Yeah.
Because homeless people can earn a living if they wanted to.
Nigga, now with cell phones, they're now starting YouTube channels and people are just watching them.
Yes.
Be homeless and they're making money.
Yeah.
There's there's no excuse. The only thing is, and you said it perfectly, you don't want it. You don't want it.
And it's it's a sucky thing, but if I provide that information, and then after I give all this information and even say, hey, you know what, you have all these talents and capabilities, and still encourage you, you get upset at me?
Biting the hand that feeds you.
You get angry at me? Especially when I have been a tool of like, hey, I'm encouraging you, helping you, and giving you, man, nigga.
I already know.
Nigga, no, you don't know.
No,
you don't know. You don't know. Nigga, I'm telling you, I'm just like, bro, I'm gonna tell you niggas after we get off this motherfucking mic. But
I'm not saying specifically. Okay. I'm saying that I know you helped.
Okay.
That's us.
Yes.
And I've heard of your past and things you've done, so I know that you are putting in the energy and the effort. Like, I don't know all the specifics. That's all I was saying. I was agreeing with you.
Oh, okay.
No, imagine this. Goku is fighting Frieza.
Yeah, okay.
He's getting his butt kicked. He need more energy.
Yeah, I need more energy.
I need energy, nigga. I'm losing. So Mel offers his energy.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Put the hand up. And Goku said, man, get that out of here. Yeah. I need more energy. I need better energy.
I say, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go Super Saiyan 2 and give you all my motherfucking energy. You say, that ain't fucking enough.
You better die and give me everything you got.
Like, nigga, that's all I got. What else you want? Is it? You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
So it's just, man.
That's silly.
That's frustrating.
But then get upset at me? You get mad at me because I'm helping? And then when situations, nigga.
No. You're not helping because help would mean that you open your wallet.
And you do for her.
Do.
Oh, no.
do for her.
That's what I'm telling you. That's help.
Help is here 5 racks.
That's what I'm saying. When she says I'm doing it alone, I don't have any help, that means no one's giving her money.
Okay,
Whether
let's say that the money's offered, and let's say the money's turned down.
Jeez.
What?
Well, this woman is just psycho.
What do you do in this situation?
Well, this woman.
What do you do in that situation?
I would.
I don't feel comfortable asking you for this.
You leave.
I'd cut my losses.
You leave.
I'd cut my losses. There's nothing you can do.
This is a.
What do you do? But then you still get upset at me. What the fuck am I doing wrong? What is this? I don't get it. I just don't understand. Like, what is going on in your mind?
Delusion.
Nothing.
Delusion.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
But if it was baby dad, she'd take it.
Right. Or the government.
Or the government.
The government.
But
Big Daddy.
You need the government, but
Uncle Sam.
in order to get the benefits for the government, you need to have a job, but you can't get a fucking job.
Now, I don't understand. When it comes to a woman with a child, typically you can get money. I think, and this is just me aiming from the hip, but I used to do that a lot. And
Shoot from the hip?
Yeah. I would set up my, I would do those PP90s or the MP7.
Oh, you're talking about video games.
I put a silencer
Call of
on
Duty.
it,
Call of Duty.
and I'm mowing them down, shooting from the hip. But it seems like she just literally wants people to feel bad for her. It's almost like the way that people, like, they embody their disease, like their disease becomes a part of them. Look at her situation, her circumstance as a disease. What does she get to do every day?
You take that disease away, who is she?
What does she get to do every day?
Watch Netflix.
Watch Netflix, chill in AC, eat food. She doesn't have to do anything. For 6 months, she has not had to leave the house. She hasn't had to lift a finger. She doesn't have to do anything, and she's being taken care of.
She gets dates though. She be getting taken out.
She doesn't.
She'll get fucked.
She doesn't want. She doesn't want to work.
That's
all there is to this.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to work. She just wants to exist and be coddled and be taken care of. And then everything else is an excuse.
I don't want your money, but I'll sure enough take this this ride, or I'll sure enough take this date.
Because you can get food stamps. Like you can get a check. The government will do it. That's the whole point. They want you to supple off of Uncle Sam's nipple. That's how you keep our families divided. So they're all for that. The fact, if you can sit here and say that you can't even get that, you're lying.
Yeah.
You want to be exactly where you are, and that's where she's where she is. I put in 300 applications. There's no way on God's green earth that a person who's genuinely looking for work puts in 300 applications and doesn't get a job. That's a lie.
That was my ex-wife.
Right, exactly.
That was the final straw.
Exactly.
Because me, my dad, everyone was like, you need to work, you need to work, you need to work. And then eventually my sister came and she was like, you're killing my brother. Like, he's working so hard. Like, you're literally killing him. We're watching him get sick. And that's when she had this nervous breakdown and a panic attack, and it was a mess. And that was the final straw. But it was just like, it's been 3 months. And every time I went to her about an issue, I was like, listen, you need to get a job. She said, well, I can't get a job because you take the car every day, right? So then instead of me taking the car every day, I started leaving the car and taking the bus. And then a month goes by, and I'm just like, what's going on? And she was like, oh, well, the kids, they're not in, I have the kids all the time, da-da-da-da. So I said, okay, I'm going to put the kids in daycare. She's home all day, but I got kids in daycare because that was another excuse. So now she has the car, she has no kids, still doesn't have a job. My dad looked at her and was like, girl, the Amazon warehouse is 3 minutes away. They constantly are hiring people. It's Amazon. And she said, this was during Christmas time. This was like November. She said, oh yeah, I put in an application. They said Amazon's not hiring. Nigga, Amazon during Christmas season?
Nigga, that sounds like they will hire.
That's all they do is hire.
They do is hire. They're every week they bring in new people. I used to work there.
It's a revolving door. Especially Christmas time. They want as many people as they can get.
They actually will overstaff.
They'll overstaff to make sure they have people.
Yeah.
Illegal immigrants.
My dad said as soon as she said that, I knew that she didn't want to work. Everything, and this is after I did all this other stuff. It was just like, What else can I do? This isn't going anywhere. So trust me when I say that I understand that situation. And it's, as Chris said, you cut your losses.
My thing is, I don't even care if you have a job. I don't give a fuck. It's just the fact that you're bringing the stress that comes from you not having a job or able to generate income. You have an income, it doesn't have an effect on my life. I don't give a fuck about how much you make, whatever you do with your money. But if you're going to be stressed about it and complain about it all the time,
now it's stressing me.
Then it's just like, bro, this is what you need to do in order to generate income. And stop making these excuses, because I'm tired of motherfuckers coming up with excuses. Like, coming up with excuses to stay where you are, and you've been in this particular position for 6 months, it's insane to me.
I just had an idea. This is absolutely genius. The way she's able to come up with excuses is literally a skill. And this is going to sound like I'm joking, but I'm not.
YouTube channel.
TikTok.
It's on TikTok,
she
Instagram.
could literally take a TikTok and literally teach other women how to make excuses this well. I mean, because she's living her life pretty well, considering. Mm-hmm. And she could generate an income from that. She would gain a following. She'd go viral, actually, with this bull.
Nigga, I came up with a scenario. I said, okay, look, you like painting? I said, what you can do, you can create a channel for you and your child.
Is she any good?
Oh, she's pretty good.
She can do an art channel.
That's what I'm saying. I said, you can create a channel with you and your child, painting and showing artwork and different stuff. I said, people would love that.
They love anything with
instant
children.
engagement. Mm-hmm. And you can probably even tell your story, your backstory, and just paint something while you're telling that story.
Oh my God!
It's
And then you could put your GoFundMe up.
Yes.
Follow a day in the life of a single mom, 6 months unemployed.
I literally said,
how I make a living. I'm trying to make a living.
Right.
You have the internet at your fucking fingertips. You can literally Google how to make money as a single parent at home. Mm-hmm. Options will come up if you can't think of something, and you can brainstorm from those ideas. There's so many things you can do.
Even if it's not a lot of money.
I mean, you're making no money right now.
Right. You can make something.
So you can make some money. You don't need to tell me you put in 300 applications. Why? So your mom don't kick you out?
Right. That's exactly why. Because her mom is saying the same thing.
Or whoever she's staying with.
But I'm saying whoever's taking care of her is saying the same thing, and they're getting tired of it. Mm-hmm. 6 months? Nah, bro. Nah. Like, you're an adult and you're a child.
I would give you 3 months absolute max. And that's only because you're looking for a very specific job. You want to make a certain amount of income. I could give you 3 months absolute max. You really only need 30 days. 30, you lose your job. Within 30 days, you have another job. You get unemployment during that time, whatever the case may be. Maybe you do a little gig in between. Not really a job, just what I do until I get my job. 30 days is the most you really need.
I mean, really, there's no excuse, because honestly, you can always find a job in service. Mm-hmm. You can always wash dishes.
Fast food,
you can always
whatever it may be.
You can always bus tables or wait tables.
Yes.
Like she's if she's even halfway cute, like she can go wait tables. I mean, listen, you can make $100 a night,
nigga.
I mean, that's $600 a week. That's better than nothing.
Create an OnlyFans, not showing your body, but selling your feet pics. Like, if you create an OnlyFans to sell feet pics, you don't have to show your face. You don't have to show you. But there's perverts out there who like fucking feet.
She got nice feet.
She got nice little feet.
Okay.
I mean, she got nice little toes. Yeah, I mean, but it's just like you have, there's options out there. You know, it may not be what you want to do, but there has to be a starting point.
She's gonna put you on there.
On my feet?
No.
Nigga, my size 15s ain't gonna be. These ain't gonna sell well at all.
Y'all should do feet theater.
They had some. I was at the beach. They had. I was at Crocs, and they had some size 17s.
17 Crocs?
Yeah,
nigga.
And they were royal blue. I literally was like, I should get melted. They were only like $20 too, because nobody's buying. There was a whole bin of them, all size 17s. I said, "What? This is so niche. Who's like?"
Hey, shit.
I mean, they would have been too big, but I'm just like, I mean, he put them things in sport mode, he'd be all right.
I cut
the back off. I thought about getting them for you. They were only like $20, and I was like, I'm gonna get them these 17s. They were huge.
Me walking around with 17s. Nah, that's good, but yeah, I had to get that out. Oh, well, I didn't really vent. I just kind of wanted to get a scenario. I kind of want to get a scenario, like, what would you do in this scenario? But hey, I guess there's not really much you could do. But did y'all hear about the Social Security cards?
Yeah.
Every American Social Security card has been hacked or it's been leaked online.
Shit, nigga, good luck.
What do you mean good luck?
I'm trying to get my shit fixed. Nigga. They gonna try to do something with mine. Like, yeah, nigga, we gonna just pass on this one.
Do you think it was an actual hack, or do you think it was intentional?
I think that since computers have been out, people have been able to hack them, and they haven't. And so, if it's getting hacked now, it's for a reason.
Yeah, I think it's happening for a reason, especially since it's closer to election season, and as we get closer to it is election season, but
Absolutely.
as they get closer to the actual election, I don't know what's going to happen. Things are going to happen, but the fact that that is a thing, that, hey, your social security card number, everyone in America, is leaked and it's now available to people.
The fact that everyone's information is stored in one central location is a problem. That's number one. And it's the crazy. I said, hey man, they just need to give the people the option to reset. Mm-hmm. Just like for someone maybe that's like,
get a new social security number?
No. Just reset everything.
What was reset mean?
They'd have to get a new number.
Factory reset.
They would have to get a new number.
Factory reset.
They would have to get a new number.
Okay, that's fine.
They should. Offering that would be the reset, right? You have two numbers now, which you can have multiple numbers anyway.
Yeah.
So
Social security numbers?
Yeah.
It's what is it? What number is it called? Because it's like a business one that you get.
Well, you're talking about EIN, TIN,
yeah.
and stuff like that. No, you can have two socials.
Oh shit!
Interesting.
So people don't understand the social security numbers.
Well, they need a factory reset for those who want it.
nigga.
For those who want it, like, hey man,
I'd get a new one.
Really?
I would. Yes, I would. I would max out everything I have.
Oh, okay.
I would push it to the absolute limit, cash it out, and go get a new one started.
Like, hey man, I didn't do this.
It wasn't me.
Like, hey man, these this car on here from 2018. I don't know where that happened. That wasn't me.
Right.
Y'all can't prove it. Max, reset me.
Did y'all also that I think starting next year in May, they're doing the real IDs?
Man,
Where you, in order to like travel domestically, your driver's license is invalid. You have to have like the actual, digital
no.
real ID.
No. There is something extra that you're supposed to be giving to the state for them to verify your real ID. Because I just went through through TSA, and they were like, yeah, picture. Da, da, da. I said, no, I don't want you to take my picture. He said, okay, da, 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 da. So took my ID, and then he was just like, but he said January 1st we're starting real IDs. I said, nigga, what? Everything says May 5th or May 7th, May 2025. He said, nope, January 1st. And I was like, listen, everything, the airports, in the airport, it says May. Why are you telling me January? And he was like, yeah, I don't know what they're talking about. It's January. So you need to have it by January. And I said, well, I have a real ID. Like, look at my license. I have the little star, da-da-da. There's a star in the top right-hand corner of the Delaware ID. And I was like, I have a real ID. And he was just like, oh, yeah, no, this isn't going to work because Delaware didn't have all of their information, or they didn't have everything up to date or something. So you have to do it again. And I was like, nigga, what? So I don't know. I need to double check because this dude, but yeah.
You probably didn't know what the fuck.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
When was the last time you flew? When was the last time you booked a flight? You didn't see we book a flight and it says real ID?
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
This nigga Chris don't even be booking his own flights.
I haven't flown in a while either.
You just flew. You went to Cincinnati or something this year, didn't you?
In January.
It's nigga. This has been 6-7 years they've been talking about real IDs.
I'm not saying I don't know about real ID.
Right? How do you not know?
I have no idea what y'all are talking about. What do you mean a real ID? You talking about the actual ID that I have in my wallet?
It's called real ID.
Okay, what's the one I have now? Fake ID? What is
driver's license?
It's your license, but there's extra information.
So you're saying that they want me to have a driver's license, which is my ID, my photo ID, and then I also have to have a state ID?
No. It's it's an updated driver's license that would be considered a real ID. So there's something that the states had to do in order to validate people.
This is some Biden stuff?
No, nigga, this has been around. This is
some taking over the world
type shit. This been going on
shit.
for like 6-7 years.
I've never heard of this.
Yeah, by May 7th, 2025, all states must comply with Real ID standards. After that date, a Real ID or another acceptable form of federal identification, like a passport, will be required to board domestic flights.
So for example, if you're gonna fly, you can use your passport.
That's what I'm gonna start using.
But
because anytime I use my ID anyway, it never goes through. It never goes through.
It's just but here when you have to when you have to update it or whatever, then you'll get it done at that time.
They'd be like, let me see your ticket. I'm like,
you know what? Who cares? What does it have to do with anything?
It's an annoyance.
Yeah, it's an annoyance.
Well,
F it. I'm not about to.
Okay, well, for someone like me, my license expires in this May, because I've had it for like 8 years.
Because your birthday's in May.
Yes, so it expires in May. So it expires right at the time that this is a thing.
Mine expires in December, I think.
So I have to renew it anyway.
That'll be next year.
And then I'm just like, okay, I got to renew this, and then I got to figure out these. It's something that's on my mind, and I'm like, what?
It's like, what new information? They have all our information.
I have no idea.
That's what
I don't think it has anything to do with us. I think it's something to do with the state and their reporting and what they're giving the federal government.
Okay, so this has something to do with people that probably do shady stuff, who be trying to make fake IDs.
They're
and stuff
probably
like
something like that.
Yeah,
so
whatever. This doesn't sound like a
but
thing.
it's been around. It's been talked about for. Like I said, when I got mine, it was like 8 years ago, and they were like, you have a real ID now. And I said, perfect, I don't have to worry about this. So.
All right, a couple more things that we'll... Shut up. A couple of things we'll touch on, to be quick. Did y'all see this video of our favorite person making a change that we probably never expected? Can y'all guess? I have
no idea what you're talking about.
All right, I'll show you. That's a picture or video of Lizzo.
That's Lizzo
In the gym.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know who that is.
was.
Working out. Getting in shape.
Hasn't she done that before?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, when she did, was that supposed to be an after?
No,
I guess it's a different day. Maybe a different day.
Oh, I thought it was a before and after.
But it says Grammy-winning singer Lizzo uploaded a before and after of her progress.
Oh, there was a before and after.
Yeah, in the gym. Lizzo previously was criticized heavily about pushing unhealthy standards on impressionable children. Even South Park's jumped in on the jokes for Lizzo by dedicating an entire episode to her in May. After the South Park episode, Lizzo announced she would be taking a break from social media and music, and it appears that the new outlook on being healthy is a result from cyber bullying.
Here's the thing, man. I don't. First of all, I did not know who that was. Number one, let me be clear, and it was a before and after. I didn't see a before and after personally.
It wasn't like a big difference. Right?
Yeah, there was no big difference, right? So number one, you can't get on there and say, well, number one, you're talking.
Actually, it is a big difference.
It's a little different. You can see
it's a big difference, actually. When you watch it the second time, you see it.
I mean, I'm looking at angles and I'm looking at stuff like that.
I mean, but for me, regardless, I love seeing this.
I'm not saying that she's not doing something. What I'm saying is that you said I'm gonna take a social media break, and it's like you want to pop out and be like, ooh, look at me, right? But like what I don't like is that they pop. Did she post that or did someone else post that?
Well, it was on her Instagram.
Okay, so obviously now you're bringing this very close to home, right? So for someone that's had a very large transformation, when you post things like this and all you show is you in the gym working out your back, and yeah, there's been a change. It's just like, well, Lizzo, you've done this before. We've seen this before where you lost a few pounds, right? But like, we know that your issue was not necessarily your activity. She was on the stage. She was dancing. Like, her activity was never the issue. It was her eating. And then we saw that when she did the promotion with like Uber, and it was like Lizzo's favorite snacks, and it was like soda and M&Ms and all this other stuff. And it was just like, well, Lizzo, I would rather you show me what you're eating, show me your plates, and show me the before and after that way. because your activity was never the issue. And what it does is, and once again, obviously, no one's looking at this like this necessarily, but me. But that's because you're hitting close to home. What it does is it perpetuates the cycle that the reason that she was overweight was because she wasn't being active, and that's not true. It was because of the food, and it tells people all you gotta do is go to the gym and just work out and hit your back and you'll make your back smaller, right? But then, she's never going to lose more than a certain amount of weight unless she changes her diet. And it just perpetuates the cycle that in order for you to lose weight, you have to go to the gym, and that just all focuses on gym. It's like, no, show us what you're eating. Right. So, I mean, it's just...
if she comes out with a video of like chewing on broccoli and drinking juice, some shit.
I mean, why you have to say it like that?
What?
Chewing on broccoli and drinking
How
juice.
else do you eat broccoli? You gotta chew it first, nigga.
It was just you made it seem like
nigga, you took it
thing.
that way.
Okay, maybe I took it that way. I would have respected it way more. But I'm not saying that what she's doing is bad or wrong, right? I'm not, honestly, I didn't know it was Lizzo. I honestly don't care. It doesn't matter who it was. I just don't like that, right? When it's just like, because I understand that. Now, if she didn't put how much she lost, I would guarantee that depending on where she was, if she didn't lose more than like 35 pounds, like the transformation to me it doesn't matter. It doesn't, because it's not real. And like, I think she was over 300 pounds. So,
you think?
No, she was. So if you're not, so 35 pounds is that's mostly inflammation.
She's got to lose 50 to 60 pounds before it's like, okay.
Even before I even look at it like, okay, well, you're actually making changes because you're past the inflammation stage and now you're decreasing fat, right? That to me is like, okay, what are you doing?
Yeah, because when you're morbidly obese, it is extremely easy to lose 30
just start
pounds.
Just get rid of the soda and just start moving a little more.
It's insanely easy. And this is where people get messed up because, they'll come in a group and they lose, you have 500 pounds, you lose 50 pounds in a month. And you're like, wow, there's people up here. I saw this dude, he had lost 50 pounds in a month or something like that. People are like, no, that's not real. Da da da. I'm like, bro, he's 500 pounds. Of course it's real.
It was like 10 days.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, no,
whatever. It's like, yeah, of course it's real. Yeah, it's. I mean, I'm not saying it's easy. Like, it's kind of easy. Like, he's 500 pounds.
That's a lot of weight to lose.
It is, but when you start that high, it's not.
The body is like, oh my god,
finally.
You easing it up on my shoulders, my back.
It's been waiting for this, so it runs off so fast, but you don't see it
exactly,
right? So that's why. I know, obviously, we had to look much closer to that video, but I'm just like, I mean,
it's not crazy.
To sit here and say a before and after, it's like, bro, you're just getting started. What are you talking about? An after? Like, once again, not shaming her. Obviously, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? I do appreciate her actually making that change.
Shitting on her losing weight.
No, I'm not.
Hey, cuz, fuck that before and after, cuz. You ain't losing enough.
No, I'm not.
I need to see them broccolis.
No, but
fuck the Oreos.
What I'm saying is that Lizzo has done so much harm.
Right. Yeah,
right?
Most definitely.
Like, I'm not gonna just give you this pass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She's
like,
definitely did more harm than good.
You've done a lot of harm.
Of promoting an unhealthy lifestyle.
Correct.
Yeah.
So now you don't get to I'm not just gonna jump ship and say, oh yeah, Lizzo, great job. No, show me some real numbers. Show me 100 pounds.
If she gets down and what? If she starts looking shapely?
Lizzo was in her face. If you can look at because we do this. She was not ugly. Right? When you look at her face, you can tell that there's attractiveness. You know what I mean? She's not ugly. But to sit here and promote unhealthy lifestyle and be that big and tell people it's okay, just love yourself. Yeah, well, love yourself by actually taking care of yourself. When you love something, you take care of it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so take care of yourself. You say you love yourself. This whole body positive, she was part of the body positive crew.
Which has died down.
Yeah, it has. It's gone. It's practically gone.
Like, where is it?
Yeah, well,
you know what happened?
A lot of people started dying.
They all died.
They literally started dying.
They all died.
Yeah.
So you can't. It's nothing positive about motherfuckers being big and then they die because
There's
they did.
nothing positive about obesity. If you really love yourself, own that and say, you know what? I love myself and I'm going to make a change by going to the gym. I'm going to start changing my diet. I'm going to start going out and walking. I'm going to start making sure that I'm drinking water and eating whole foods. Like, that's how you really love yourself. Show me that.
I love myself. Exactly, man. And all right, we don't have to expound on this topic. We're not expounding.
Man, just trying to hit every single.
like-
Yes, nigga. I'll just leave with this that
Trying to get some clips.
that the Brit. Yes, nigga.
Did that earlier instead of asking about trips.
Did y'all see where in I think the UK there was a British police who came into someone's home and arrested them because they posted on Facebook comments that are offensive.
No.
Nigga, what?
Yeah, according to the standard. It's,
And
2023, 1440, arresting you on suspicion of improper use of the electronic communications network.
What?
27.
Communications Act, okay? So you do have to say here that may harm your approach, your mention one question, subject to later or in court. Anything you do so may be given evidence. Do you understand that?
So I'm actually being
You're
arrested.
going to be arrested, okay?
Right,
Take
and
you to the police station.
Right.
Okay, this is in relation to some comments that you've made on a Facebook page.
Oh, really? Oh, it's a Facebook crime, is it?
Okay?
Right.
So we need to ask you some questions about that.
Right.
And he's live streaming it right now. Look, she's looking for her
Got my
cuffs.
keys. I got.
well, I think you better put some gloves on.
I think keys.
So anyone who's been arrested, we can search them under section 32 of Prison
Right.
dangerous item.
I mean, you said I was going to be arrested under some what information? But I'm going to be arrested for posting on Facebook.
Some comments that are offensive, obscene, and people have made a complaint about that.
And can you tell me what this comment was?
Okay, we'll do that when we interview.
All right. And so, what am I going to be locked up for the night, or?
Well, hopefully not.
It's dangerous times, baby.
So first of all, I've only heard of that in like China, because you can't speak bad about the government, but they also have social credit scores. That's crazy.
The Chinese people do not. They fight, by the way, though.
Yeah, they do.
What do you mean?
We just don't. We don't.
We
see
don't
it
see
because
it.
we don't like they fight a lot of like they'll get like the people.
Oh.
They'll fight against whatever the government is, trying
Trying to
to
do.
oppress them with.
They try to, from the outside looking in, it seems like, oh, they just got these
Oh,
guys
the government
all.
is just so evil.
Yeah,
Okay,
but,
that's our propaganda.
But the cover.
Okay.
No. The government is doing those things.
No,
but
no,
the people
but we're
don't
not
just
seeing-
lay down for
We're not
it.
that. That's what I'm saying. We're not seeing that,
Right.
because of the propaganda. The only reason that I could see something of that nature happening is if you have said something against a president, something like that,
Yeah.
that has something to show ill intent, like, hey, I'm going to shoot up, you know what I mean? Something crazy like that. Because we've seen where they sent the Secret Service to
People's homes for
here.
like threats.
For sure.
bombs
Right now, and
shit.
I can understand that. So, unfortunately, we don't get to see what he said.
Well, they said it was they made is after 3 young girls were brutally murdered. Speech is the crime that the police is focusing on.
That don't have nothing. to
yeah,
do
so
with
that
it.
doesn't make that.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? They're in the UK. They don't have freedom of speech. I mean, I don't. Do they? I don't.
I guess it's
Yeah, I think they do.
limited.
Or their laws
No,
are
I
not.
think
I mean,
they
their
do.
laws are not the same as ours.
They're not, but I think they're very
but
similar.
we're under the same like
Regime.
umbrella.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't. They don't have their same constitution
The
as
crown.
us.
The
No, the
crown
crown.
controls
Why,
everything.
you know what's funny? Why do we in America know about the kings and princes and shit like that when that's not something that happened here? It's because we are under the rule of whatever happens in the UK, the people that control it. That's why the shit is on our news channels and stuff.
Hold on a second.
We're under the crown.
I
No.
thought that the whole point of the Constitution and America seceding was so that we weren't.
It's all part of it. It's all game.
Okay,
That's
so
all
you're
fake news,
saying
bro.
this is all behind the wall. The
Yeah.
veil.
Of course there's a veil.
Okay.
Right? You're
I
talking.
understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I think that's.
I mean, it's only going to start somewhere, and then it's going to start rolling down.
Yeah, but them dudes in the UK don't play.
No,
They don't play.
either.
So I don't even understand. Like I mean, I don't know if you could get away with that here, but it would be different if it was here. because people over here seems like they roll over. Them UK dudes, them Spanish dudes, them Chinese dudes, they don't just lay down like that.
No, because they've been doing this for years.
Yeah.
They've been protesting, revolting for years.
Yeah.
Not like us.
Yeah, not like
not
us.
anywhere
Not like
near
us.
like us.
Well, we're the youngest country. It
Yeah.
makes sense, and we've been put through. It's a project. It's a game. The United States is just. It's literally like a trial. It's like, can we get people? Can we manipulate? We are at the spear. I believe the United States is the spearhead of the New World Order. That's the reason why we're focused on, because we're the baby. We're not really that great. There's nothing special about us, but all the propaganda leads people here. You know, it's a melting pot. Why? Why is America like this and all these other countries are not? So
It's
the spearhead of the New World Order. Like
That's why they start with us and push all that gay shit.
they push everything from America down. It's exactly how the spear
is that
works.
ray gun?
Yeah. You see that? The girl at the Olympics breakdancing?
Man, that Olympics thing was such a disgrace.
Yeah, it really was. It really was. That's insane.
They didn't have no niggas breakdancing?
They had some.
No, that was just Australia.
Yeah, that was Australia.
She didn't win. She got a zero.
She had zero.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, I thought that she actually won.
No. She just was a disgrace. And have you looked? Did you hear about the story?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I figured you
Nigga,
did.
if the funny thing is if you try to look for that video on YouTube, you can't.
They took it down.
You
They
can't.
started protecting her.
You cannot find it. And like Marcus, he was messaging me. I was like, yo, you can't. But they'll show the videos on like Instagram.
Yeah.
But you can't find it. But then they'll go into the backstory about her
She started getting
husband.
bullied.
Nigga,
The internet's killing her.
it's hilarious.
I don't think that's fair.
What?
I mean, she's trash at breakdancing, but she shouldn't get cyberbullied and.
No.
Okay.
She deserves it.
Yeah, she does.
I mean, I don't know the
So
story.
her and her husband in Australia, breakdancing was new, and her and her husband had basically started the Australian
movement.
breakdancing committee.
Yeah.
right, for the whole country, and her. So then, when the Olympics came up and they were trying to get everybody together and see who was going to compete, start doing competitions. Come to find out, there were a lot of people that actually had talent that they blocked, and they didn't tell that they were actually putting these competitions on. So a lot of people the actual talent weren't even able to compete. And then on top of that, her husband was one of the judges that were helping decide who was going to win
And make it
To
to
go
the
to the
Olympics.
to make it to the Olympics. And I mean, that's pretty much the basics.
Oh,
of
okay,
it.
so she cheated to get there.
yeah,
She misrepresented the
was collusion.
country.
yeah.
Bro, that's
And
okay.
I watched a video. I only saw one video of another lady who was under a breakdancer who was actually had talent, and they were like, "This is the girl that Ray Gun beat," and I'm like, "She actually can breakdance. Like, is she one of the best? Fuck no. Like, I mean, clearly you watch any of." Them old Jabberwockies, you know what I'm saying?
Them cats get it in.
They're not. I don't know who won, but I'm just like, I mean, and I know in the UK they go hard over there too with breakdancing. So it wasn't like anyone was expecting Australia to come and win. You just were representing your country, and then she got banned from the next one.
No, I think they got rid of it.
I heard two things. I heard that too, but I also heard that regardless, she still got banned.
I hope they do bring it back though.
I would.
I mean, it's granted, it wasn't anything I was necessarily interested in.
Yeah.
But just for the people, because to actually break dance,
Yeah.
you need a lot of muscle.
Oh my God, it's an athletic sport.
It takes a lot of strength to do a lot
I
of
can
the things
see why
that
they
they've done.
brought it. They also, I don't know if you know this, but they're also bringing in, because the Olympics are coming to LA.
Yes, in the next 4 years, yeah.
Okay, so you may know this, but they're bringing flag football.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so flag football will be in 2028 Olympics.
They're trying to refresh the Olympics.
Yeah.
But because the Olympics is the Hunger Games. That's all the Olympics is.
I only seen the first Hunger Games.
It goes back to Roman times. It's a distraction.
It's a distraction.
But
It's the only time that the countries show love for one another. Like,
I mean,
we're
even
so
then.
divided. Like, United States is literally the divided states of America. But somehow, when the Olympics come, go America, USA. And I'll be on that shit too. I ain't even gonna front. Like, if you're from America and you want to win, like, nigga, hold on, do this shit.
man, I saw these outfits. I saw this. I was just randomly on TikTok or not TikTok, Instagram, and I was looking at some of the girl gymnasts or whatever. Some of them was looking.
Oh, nigga.
I forget the
the
one.
women.
Yeah, but that's not what I was saying. But then, but then, as I was going through, there was a woman from like Ireland.
The black chick?
No, she's white. She's in the Paralympics. She's a sprinter. It's the for disabled people.
Okay.
Right, and she has.
Is she bad?
She has to be.
Shit.
The
mean,
reason-
disabled or not,
the
yeah,
reason-
you can get it.
Now, you're gonna get me in trouble. The reason that I was watching. The reason that I was watching is because in the video she was doing her, they have all these outfits that they all get. So they all get multiple outfits, hoodies and stuff. And there was like a hoodie and something else that she was wearing, like a sweatsuit. And they were from Ireland, so it was green. And I've been on a green kick. And I just was like, that outfit is so dope. And I was going to go, I went to their website and I was going to buy one, the sweatsuit from Ireland, and I'm just like, I'm about to be wearing this like I'm from Ireland outfit, and it just made me think about it because people were like, oh, go America, and I'm just like, I don't care. I just saw them, the outfits was looking good, and then it made me think about the one gymnast, I forget her name, but she be doing these Michael Jackson routines.
Okay, I'm not.
All right, I'll just tell you her name real quick.
Man, there were so many beautiful women there, man. Like especially in the track and field, and seeing.
Bro, the triple jumper. She's like, I want to say she's from Africa somewhere. Real dark skin, tall, but just built like a
brick house,
almost like a pear. Like a super athletically toned pear. It was just.
There was a chick from Ireland. She was black, nigga. She looked like when you close your eyes, but she was nigga black. Darkness, but it was beautiful. Like her skin.
Yeah, when the skin gets that dark,
it was so beautiful. I was just like, but she was from Ireland. She had that accent, that Ireland accent. I was just like, I ain't never seen a sister this dark with this accent. You know what I mean? And
yeah, that'd be fun.
It just made me ignore. You got it.
Oh yeah, her name is Caitlin Ohashi.
Ohashi.
She just does like she wasn't. I don't.
She Japanese?
I'm about to say.
No, I don't think so. But she wasn't in this year's Olympics. I think that she ended up like retiring because she got hurt. But I just found her page and everyone was talking about her. But
she doing the beat it?
Yeah, she does. She has a couple different like routines that she like incorporates like Michael Jackson and look at that.
Look at that.
She hits the hee like, bro. I just started watching some of her. I'm like, she is so dope. Yeah. Like
that's all about entertainment, huh?
That yes,
and it also displays the athleticism.
There's two different.
They can all do the athleticism part.
Not all. So a lot of them can't do what Simone Biles does.
Correct. I get
most of them.
Yeah. Right, but that's just one.
Y'all see the faces of like the women. After Simone Biles, she does her routine, she gets her great score, and you just see the faces of the competition. They just like, nigga, why the fuck we gotta go after this?
They know you're fighting for second.
Yeah.
It's just you're waiting for her. She retired this year because I think she's pregnant.
Simone done?
Yeah, I think she's pregnant.
She might make a comeback though.
Yeah,
she's so good she can make a comeback and still get a medal.
She's retiring, but I think she's pregnant.
Okay.
Like just found
that makes
out.
sense. That makes sense.
So now it's like, oh my God, she won all these gold medals and she's pregnant.
But she's like, they said she's like the most decorated now.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Period. Olympian.
But there's a difference between like what Simone does and then like what this girl Caitlin does. She's a performer. Like she gets people engaged in a different way. Simone is acrobatics. So it's just like you're not doing the things that she's doing acrobatically, but this girl is great as in she is engaging and people are like, you just look awesome and just how you do things. So it was just nice just watching. I don't really watch, that stuff.
Yeah, me neither. But when it like I was going for Sha'Carri Richardson. Like, she's Dallas. I got love for Dallas since we're here now. And so to see them put on the way they do, I get excited. I don't go out of my way to watch the Olympics unless it's like basketball. Did you see Steph Curry?
I didn't watch. I watched some of the earlier games like before the actual season started. But I know that they won. I know they went undefeated. But I didn't watch any of it. But I heard he went crazy.
Yeah. He's on fire. I didn't see it.
He went ham.
I didn't see anything. How do you beat that team? Because I did see some games where it was close or they did lose.
It was close until like the last few minutes of the game. It was going against Jokic's team in Serbia. Oh man, it went down to the wire.
They played them twice, right? Once in the
preseason, and then the actual.
They lost games
in the exhibition.
Okay.
No.
Where it didn't
USA?
count, but they didn't. In the exhibition,
They did?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, they didn't show any of that.
but they didn't lose games in the actual
Olympics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
That's messed up.
Because like Gilbert Arenas kind of went viral for like roasting because they lost to the African team.
Sudan.
Yeah, Sudan.
They beat them.
No,
They beat them.
they by 2, I think.
They beat them. They barely beat them.
barely
LeBron
beat them.
took over at the end. And
They barely beat them.
Yeah, but they started roasting them. Like Gilbert started to roast, like, "Come on, dog! How do we lose to people who fight flies or fight flies or anything?" But obviously, he's being funny. Like Gilbert, that's my guy. Like I rock with him. Like I like he's like one of the podcasts that I actually like actively watch. You know, him, Hotep, and Candace and all that. They're really good. But overall, great Olympics. I'm glad we got. I snuck.
The Olympics.
You see how I snuck them conversations
F
in
the
to
Olympics.
extend it? We did it, baby.
F the Olympics, F all that
I'm with you.
symbolism and everything that
I'm
they be
with you.
doing, all of the gay agenda and everything that they promote. F
Salute
that.
it.
And then you want to try to come to LA with break dancing and all that to try to get energy back into it. You got the greatest basketball players in the NBA all going to get golden pairs to get more energy. F the Olympics. I ain't watching none of it.
I'm with you. I mean, but salute to the ones who got the gold for America, baby. It's America. Sound just playing. I'm just fucking with you. But no, I'm with you, man.
I'm gonna get me one of them Ireland sweatsuits.
You gonna get an Ireland sweatsuit?
Man, them things was so clean, man. The green and just I don't know. Maybe it was just her. I just said these things are so clean.
Clean.
Man, I feel like I want one.
Hey, man, make it happen.
My Irish roots.
That's actually
you
not
never-
true. That's not necessarily not true.
You never know, man. I could be like Kamala, man, and just got
just
roots
be
everywhere.
rude. Did y'all see Kamala talk about Kwanzaa?
Come on, no, I didn't.
Nigga. She was like, yeah, we used to gather our family every year. We used to gather with Hanukkah. The nigga, she had the candles in the background talking about she celebrated Kwanzaa. I'm just like, bro, these niggas is twisted. But all right, let's rap because we got shit to do. Subscribe, like the video. Make sure you all comment in the comment section below. Let us know your thoughts about everything. What's going on in your personal life. Hope everything's going well. If it's not, hey, it'll get better. But I am Animated Mel, Chris James, Stephen Michael, and we will see you beautiful people next time. Bye-bye.
Peace.